3, 2.
And I'm gluing it back together because I'm going to make something out of it.
What are you going to make out of it?
You know,
Table.
something that makes
Table.
Hey, Blasphemers. How are you doing today? That's right. We're about to start the show, right? What did you say?
I already finished my drink.
Oh.
Hey, Blasphemers. Welcome to Simple Blasphemy, where we have the best times with the worst topics.
We're three friends that discuss everything and nothing, from wacky headlines to games and trivia. All subjects bizarre and risque are on the table.
Our weekly guests range from friends, musicians, and artists to professionals in a variety of industries.
We go live on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Want to support the show? Join our Patreon. You can find it and more at www.simpleblasphemy.com.
So grab a drink and join in!
It's too late now. This is Simple Blasphemy.
Welcome to the Simple Blasphemy podcast. All of you blasphemers out there, my name is Zach Ward, and I have here with me always.
God damn it! You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch.
Andy.
Hi, how you doing?
And also Mr. Zach Green, the Green Cleaning Machine.
Dude, I'm fucking running out of time, man. I'm getting frustrated. You know, I just get home, fucking put my stuff down, and it's like ready to either go to bed or do the podcast and then go to bed. I just don't feel like I have any time to be fucking creative anymore, man. Because it's always time to go to bed. It's always time to go to work. It's always time to go to bed. It's always time to go to work.
What about it's always time to go to podcast?
Yeah.
That's good, but it doesn't seem like that because it's only once a week.
Well,
maybe if we had more Patreon supporters, we'd be able to do this more often.
that is true.
My grandmother called for you. She wanted to guilt you into subscribing
And
to our
so
podcast.
Yeah.
loose ass.
Loose ass called. Remember to subscribe.
So, all the info about the show can be found on simpleblasphemy.com. And if you click that like, share, or subscribe button at the same time, you'll receive 5 years of what this week, Andy?
A different dream car every year.
Oh,
Yours to drive the entire time.
That's actually pretty cool. We are the dreamers of the dream. How's everybody doing here this week? We're guestless, of course.
I want to hear Zach Green's feelings. Your cup looks so dewy. Your copper vessel, one of two, special collector's item. Indiana Jones has the third one on his shelf.
It looks like a bullet.
Well, the vessel that contains my soul is just
Oh my God.
Wow.
just I don't know, man, just broken down and just very robotic like.
Flaccid or rigid?
Because you know, like I don't have that thing where I can just come home from work or wherever else that I have to do in life and put my shit down and just go jump into creativity and just start creating. There's a certain amount of like decompression where you put your stuff away, you sit down, and you got to get in the, you know, the fucking jive of everything. And by the time I'm like ready to start doing shit and I'm feeling the inspiration and I got the motivation behind me, it's just, oh shit, it's 1:30 in the morning. Fuck. I give up. I give up.
Okay.
I'm done.
So
I'm
wait,
not even
so
gonna
you
fucking
don't
try anymore.
But you're not but are you making time to be creative, or
I
are
try.
you just...
I try, but it's just I just can't jump into it. I don't know if
But
it's
it's
an
not-
age.
Is it a priority? Are you making being creative a priority?
Yes. Yeah, but it's just something that I have to get in the right mindset. It's just I can't. It's not like, oh, it's time to cut the grass. It's not. Or it's time to take out the garbage. You know, it's not like one of those things that you just do robotically because it's just chore like shit. This is stuff that you spend a lot of time around thinking and planning and thinking. It's just before you know it, when you're ready to get in there and actually make the fucking real welds or the cuts or soldering or whatever or painting or laying down tracks. It's like 1:30, time to go to bed. Time to go to bed.
This is the time that Andy's going to be pitching his book, Baby Steps.
No, I used to be good at it too, man. I don't know what changed. I don't know what fucking changed.
Dr. Leo Marvin.
Well, I'm sorry. That's one of my all-time favorite movies that I have.
You know, I will say this again. I've said it earlier this evening before you guys were even here. Richard Dreyfuss and Bill Murray fucking hated each other during that movie.
Really?
They look it up. There was a Reddit post about it not that long ago. They fucking hated each other, and Bill Murray took Dreyfuss aside and screamed in his face. Even though Bill Murray was the asshole, he still yelled at Richard Dreyfuss and said, "Nobody fucking likes you."
Wow.
Yeah.
Bill Murray's always so well liked and so chill and stuff. He hangs out with fucking the average Joe just walking down the street that's having a party and pops in. I'm surprised that he actually.
I think everybody's got their thing. They, and maybe Richard Dreyfuss and Bill Murray just rubbed each other the wrong way.
Yeah, I guess there's people that just, for whatever reason, just don't click with.
And maybe the Dreyfuss Murray connection.
You got to stay away from those people.
Yep.
Speaking of us clicking with all of you, this episode this week, we do have some articles to go over. I've got a really good one for the news you need to know. But for all of the listeners, it's a little bit of appreciation. We just want to take the time, now that we don't have a guest this week, to thank everybody that tunes in. Thank Julio, who's always in the chat every week, and
Madison,
so many of you,
everybody that comes in,
Alan,
comments. Yeah,
Alan's always in here.
I'm floored the amount of people that just listen to this fucking shit.
Well, let's see the statistics on at least the audio version. Once again, we'll start with geolocation. India is still coming in at 83.16%.
I've noticed that India's kind of trailed off recently.
A little bit.
Subbed out some stuff.
So in the last 30 days, India has downloaded us 1,017 times, and United States is 154.
And
again, Canada 23, and then it starts going to single digits. Indonesia, Netherlands, Ireland, Belgium, the Philippines, United Kingdom,
literally
Iceland.
Dozens.
Anybody in Australia?
His name Dave?
Not this. Yeah. But that's literally from July 19th to August 17th. So we definitely want to say thank you to India and everybody else that listens to the audio version. And if you ever want a video taste of it, you can always find us on YouTube. We live stream this video as well. We have had in total 173 episodes. This is the 173rd episode. And we've had 26,309 downloads as we are speaking right now. And that's
I'm going to be proud of that. I'm going to go ahead and just
that's insane.
That's pretty nice.
We average just about 32 to 38 downloads on the audio only daily. So, and it depends. Sometimes we have 69, 73, but for the most part. So we want to say thank you to all the audio listeners. And if there's anything that we can do to help improve your listening experience, if we're kind of leaving you out because we're only seeing video, by all means, just get a hold of us. We'd love to tweak it a little bit, right?
I love to tweak it.
I love to tweak it. And then to dive into what we have coming up as well before we get to articles. So hang on to here. Hold on.
Farticles.
Next Monday, we're going to have the podcast Monday, not Tuesday next week.
Perfect. I'm going on vacation. I was just going to ask you, can we do it Monday?
That's what we're going to pretend that's why. Monday night we're doing it. I play the Roundhouse on an island. My band does for the next 3 days, the 24th, 25th, and 26th. So, and Green goes on vacation, so we'll do it on the Monday the 23rd, and then the following week we have the Deity Defeater, which is a YouTube channel that's up and coming. Amanda is on, of course, in the 7th, and then we have Sylvie Star, I believe. I'm sorry, Sylvie Starks. Pardon me. Sylvie Starks is a lady who had a radio program and podcast stuff in Texas, and she recently moved back to Toledo, and she's doing stuff here. So
Nice.
we're gonna do that. Maybe do a little cross pollination into the future, but that's what we have so far lined up with a couple feelers out there.
What's our 20 on Kane Loke? How's he doing?
Don't know yet. He's been he was under the radar for a long time, for at least a couple of months, and he recently came back, and I haven't quite reached out to him yet. I most certainly will open that invite, but it looked like he came out of some pretty tough times. So
Yeah. Well, I want to hear. I don't necessarily want to hear about the tough times. I
Sure.
just want him to process with us a little bit.
yeah, so I will definitely reach out to him, and if anybody has guests that they think that would be great for our show, interesting,
Or people that
Jobs.
listen to us, that
In general.
want to be on the show. Like seriously, you
Yeah.
got something cool that you do.
Now is a good time to reach out, because I haven't really started scheduling much into the rest of the year, and would love to get anybody in the schedule to have some fun. Even if you just want to play games or whatever, we can certainly arrange that. So aside from all the due diligence, and well, not even due diligence, but thank you to everybody that listens. We also want to thank our Patreon supporters as well. There are a good handful of people that actually donate monthly to make us not have to really worry about bills. There are still some gaps to achieve, so that way all three of us don't have to worry about financially fronting for this endeavor. So if anybody else would love to get behind the show, the more that we raise, we actually do stickers, and we'll try to do more. We don't really have an advertising budget, but we'd love to get to that point where we can start advertising.
I think we should start taking artistic commissions, Green and I, from people, the most ridiculous shit that they can think of in whatever medium, and then Zach either builds it in wood, other Zach paints it, or I'll design it on a computer.
There you go.
We'll do your dirty work.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is getting too telethon-y, please let me know. I'll slip into the Jerry Lewis thing and be on my
maybe
way.
just show us a talent, Andy. She starts like juggling fucking plates and shit.
The only talent I've got is that my skin does this.
And your hair is nothing less than
That's not a talent.
delightful.
Hey, who's that? Jerry
let's-
Lewis? Yeah, is he going to be involved? Him and who was his sidekick? Jerry Lewis and
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin.
Hey there, kids.
Hey, why am I getting a slight echo in the background?
That I have no idea. Not for me.
It's very distant.
Did the LSD kick in?
We do have a new frame, which is enjoy the show. Hit that like or smiley face or whatever. We're just trying to ramp this baby up. We don't have any gameplay. We do have one internet video that we are going to go over today, and trust me, it'll be worth your while.
It might take a while, but it'll be worth your while.
It might take a while, but yes. But let's just dive into the first article. And okay, this is the reason why I'm bringing this up. Aliens. Okay. The reason why I'm bringing this up is I kind of deep dove into Elon Musk recently. He had I wish I had the link. I don't. If I remember, I'll put it in the description afterwards for tomorrow. There's a tour that this guy went on Starbase that went around Elon building these rockets with him. And he kept emphasizing, we need to be a interplanetary species. And he is literally, it feels like, under the gun to get this like off the runway, so to speak, no pun intended, right? And I get that. What's your guys' thoughts about interplanetary species?
Long time off. We have to fucking worry about our own housekeeping before we fucking leave this fucking solar system.
Okay, you clearly don't know what's going on with Elon, because they have plans of going to Mars within and the moon like in a couple years. So,
but
I think
you said what?
Interplanetary.
Oh, planet.
Intergalactic planetary.
Intergalactic. Sorry, Andy. Thoughts?
I got a lot of them. I think that it is foolhardy to try to go to a planet that's not going to have any resources for us. I know that the moon's got helium-3, and we don't really know a whole shitload about Mars. We should take care of what's going on here. We should really come together and work together. Let's take, for example, like the COVID vaccine. All these countries came together and everybody worked together and did their shit and blah, blah, blah. We used the MNRA or whatever it was to come up with this. That was only working together for a little while. Can you imagine what if there was like an actual thing that was potent where people got together and thought about stuff? Then maybe Mars might make sense. Then maybe doing a space elevator might make sense. But we have to go there. We have to get there as a society before that happens.
So you're saying you would tell Elon to pump the brakes on all the Mars stuff that he plans on doing in the next couple years, meaning literally a few years away, and say, hey, no, man, you can't try that.
I think what I'm trying to say is the guy makes billions of dollars a year and he's trying to go to space.
Oh, you think it's just him?
No. There's Jeff Bezos. There's all those other.
No. I mean, you think it's just for him. You don't think that he's actually.
Oh God, yes. There's not just for him, but there is a very high degree of completionist in his motives
to make sure that our planet, our species, can live not just on this planet but another one.
I think he's going to get his name put in a book.
I mean, we're like I think Julio said, like we're still like, how can we use this as a weapon? How can we use this as a weapon? Until we can get fucking past that, we ain't doing shit.
Yep.
Sorry. So like I said, long way off. We have this. How can we use this as a weapon?
Not me, but us needs to happen first. It needs to be something where everybody cares about something together. Instead of it being Elon Musk being like, hey, I got billions of dollars, I'm going to go jerk off in space. And he jerked off in space. Think about how many things that he probably got on there. He's got like this checklist. Is well, I played a harmonica in space. Well, I masturbated in space. Well, I pooped my pants in space. So I can be the first civilian that pooped his pants
Wasn't
in space.
Bezos, I mean, it was like just going on a Cedar Point ride.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was just a Sunday afternoon for him.
I mean, it's not like he was fucking controlling the shit, right?
I think that if those
his vehicle
have such brilliance and such means, that there could be better things that they could be doing with those brilliant means.
Yeah, I don't agree at all personally.
No, that's good. I like Discord.
No, because it doesn't make any sense to me. If you look, let me ask you this, Andy, specifically you. During COVID-19, there was a small spell that all of us were locked in our houses for 3-4 months, right? And the whole thing was the government and everybody says, hey, stay home. If everybody stays home and doesn't interact with each other, we can contain this virus that's spreading like wildfire. And what did the people do? They still went out.
Yeah,
it still spread like what? If everybody would have just. So even things like that, I started to like really lose faith in humans. So when you say we need to do housekeeping here first, we couldn't even keep it together for 3 months. So there's no housekeeping here.
You're right. Oh, no. Just because I say that that's what needs to happen doesn't mean I believe it's going to happen anytime soon. It's going to be beyond our means, beyond our kids maybe be on our grandkids that something like that happens. There has to be some kind of, and I would say this in earlier podcasts, there needs to be a gravital event that brings everybody together.
And that could be.
And I don't think when it comes to humans, it will never fucking happen.
It's happened since the podcast started.
Nah, it won't. Not to the point where it fucking changes worldwide. We're just a fucking goddamn fucking mold. I mean,
it could. No, you're right. It could.
I don't have any faith in humanity at all. At all.
Yeah. So
these last few months have taught me that humanity fucking sucks.
All right. Julio says you guys should all watch the documentary Phenomenon, which I will. I love stuff like that. It's the best, most concise and phonic film of UFOs. But here's the thing, Green. You always joke about getting me off this fucking planet. So like we have this guy who's building rockets
here. I ain't going anywhere
to get us off the planet, and then you guys are poo-pooing it. See.
I don't want to go to a fucking dusty ass, red ass, Total Recall ass planet so I can die with my eyeballs popping out of my head and talking to a chick with 3 boobs.
3 titties.
I don't want to go 2 weeks. I want to go to a place that's completely wholly breathable and livable that looks totally different than the Earth.
You need almost like a planetary like a team like to say, hey, let's do this. We have technology. Let's really make this a thing. But like a majority of the planet, it's just like we're into this whole fucking how can we make a weapon out of it? And it's just I don't have any faith in humanity. We're all fucking sheep, and we're nothing but fucking wild animals in the goddamn fucking jungle, and we only care about us and our fucking pack.
So my only argument about that, yes, and that's ultimately true, is that we only
we'll never go past or a type 0 civilization.
But when you think about all of the good that has come out of humankind, all of the things, the thoughts that the thoughts that we have, the beliefs that we have, the endeavors that we want to believe in, the things that we want to believe in. Let's say that the Star Trek society, the utopian society where everybody gets along, it's the planet Earth. Not versus anybody else. It's just the planet Earth. We're going out and exploring. Instead of being like, we're the planet Earth, we're going to go fucking conquer your ass. If we can come up with stuff like that, we can be something like that. It's not like the blueprint's not there. Same thing with the Third Reich. It's not like the blueprint's not there.
So all I have to say about this is like, when you have somebody like Elon Musk that's trying to get to, or Mars One that started off, even though they're kind of defunded at the moment, you have these guys that are putting this technology to not only use that rocket that people can take cargo or people from one part of the planet to the other in short order because you're leaving the atmosphere or whatnot on such a fast, grand scale, and reusable resources and things like that. But he wants to start colonizing on Mars in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just by robots for a while, because you have to have a stepping stone. There has to, you can't just wait around until Andy's Earth number 2 light years away is available. You have to start somewhere. And of course, NASA, we're starting with Mars first. SpaceX got the contract for taking people to the moon. That's just what happened, right?
Why is there a contract for a freaking rock in space?
But isn't like
what?
Most of the people now, I mean,
how do research this much?
No, I didn't know that we were talking about this. I'm just basing it off of my own subjective opinion. Is that like,
multiple companies that bid to be the NASA? It costs way too much money for them to put people on the moon. Period. It's a government; they can't do it. So, whatever Bezos company, SpaceX, and maybe 1 or 2 other companies were bidding on getting the job to take the next astronauts to the moon, literally.
Okay.
And SpaceX won because they're all reusable, renewable. In other words, the rockets go up and they come back down. You keep using them over and over again, which is
saves millions and billions of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, and it makes sense. I don't know what else to say about that. But, we have to get off this planet in some way, shape, or form to start that process, because I don't know if you guys actually. There's a documentary that recently came out. It's a short one of a guy that's developed pulse engine, which is another. Now it hasn't been proven. That's like he said, small experiments and theories, but they can show how using the Earth's gravity in some way, shape, or form can oscillate you forward. In other words, you don't
Like
need
that part in Armageddon where they have to do a slingshot around the moon to catch up with the asteroid.
maybe. I mean, I don't know how it works, to be honest with you. Maybe I should find that documentary, and it's just interesting. It's not there, of course, yet, but people are working on this because that's the second step to leave our actual solar system.
I am not going to disagree with the stepping stone thing. Yes, of course. But also at the same time, you can have it both ways. It can be both things. Yes, we should be able to work towards stuff that includes space travel or the privatization of space travel, I guess. But at the same time, you have enough money to do that. What else? What else are you doing?
So Julio says, what's the goal? To spread humanity, and how has it worked out for all the other species on this planet since we broke out of Africa on our own 2 feet? I agreed.
And what about, like, how did Musk and how did Bezos like get to the point where they're able to start playing around with this stuff? Wasn't it capitalism? Hasn't most of the planet like decided now that capitalism is evil and we don't want that anymore? So like, how are we going to fucking do anything?
The rest of the planet, not necessarily the United States, but you're right. A lot of the
But when it comes like, if it's not capitalism and it goes to more of a socialism or whatever type of fucking whatever it is, they're just like, we got other shit to do. We can't start fucking playing around with. The only reason Musk and Bezos is fucking doing this shit is because they made a lot of fucking money in the fucking capitalism world. I think everything's just fucked.
Like it. I mean, everything is fucked, but
everything's fucked. And I don't think the future is going to hold opportunities for future Bezos and Musks to be able to fucking play.
Well,
that's my personal opinion. I think everything's just going to
fucking
fucking
be
fucking really
French
lockdown and
revolution kind of shit happening.
But nobody wants it. Nobody wants that.
Bezos and Musk to me are 2 totally different types of people. Number one,
Duke of New York.
I'm just saying, number one, Elon Musk is a goddamn smart genius. I mean, he just is. I mean, he's super, super smart. You can watch him describe the building process of the rocket, and he's the designer of it. And you could take the Tesla car. You can take all the solar power farms and solar cities that he's devised or making. The dude is super intelligent. Bezos, on the other hand, I don't see any of that from his camp.
He's just the dude that killed libraries.
Which is fine. But you could be saving trees too. I mean, you could spin it in a way that's actually, you know what I mean? I don't see it as killing libraries. Personally.
Well, Tesla was a very, very smart individual.
Nikolai.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the government tried to get to him to,
supposedly,
basically start developing shit that can be used for like not the good of mankind, but in the other direction.
As a weapon.
Those are rumors, but I mean, I get that, but that's not technically his story per se. I mean, after Tesla made his money with Westinghouse and basically gave him all his patents back to save Westinghouse from not going under because he had such a royalty thing happening there, he basically self-funded himself in developing just technologies, that changed and shaped our world. There's no truth or any evidence behind the fact that the government was trying to pay him to make, tree bending machines or guns that shoot electrical rays that bent shit left and right and all this other shit.
What about the whole idea about, there's energy in the planet itself and we can utilize that. And that whole thing where it's like, where he could like stick a light bulb in the ground and have it light up. But you have these certain towers. I forgot what they were called that he started to, like, ever so many. I forgot the distance between them and stuff like that. But then as soon as Westinghouse figured out that that's what he wanted to do, there's like, Westinghouse like, oh, there's no money in that. There's no money in that.
So
I don't know. It's whatever. It's
Interesting.
really cute that you guys, and especially you, Ward, that think that mankind is like this great thing to where like everything, people are just gonna from around the planet, all different walks of life and religions, are just gonna come together. Like, oh yeah, let's just do good and let's really help out each other and move forward. It ain't gonna happen, because if you look at the world, what's happening right now, we are fucking devolving, and that's really fucking sad. And like I said, we are not going to go past the Type 0 civilization. We are going to fucking peter out. And it's fucking sad.
I hear you. I mean, it's.
I mean, dude, I want to fucking live in your dream, War, but it's not going to fucking happen, dude.
My dream isn't like that. But anyway, Julio says Musk and Benzos are basically manufacturing legacies to divert attention of how they're exploiting resources and people to further their fortune building. I'm not. I guess you couldn't disagree with that, but you could say the same that we all are doing that. We're utilizing our resources and talents to further our fortune building too. It's a different. There's just different tiers of that.
I've just been trying to figure out how to retire since I was in nursery school.
Getting there.
I'm not trying to establish any type of fortune or any type of control or power. I got my own shit to fucking do.
But to sum this whole section up here, I mean, Nikola Tesla, if anybody has not researched that, and Julio says the same thing, the dude was a genius. And he actually was that American dream as it relates to doing good.
What about, is that fake or whatever about him, like writing he was writing a letter to his sister where like he's like, the government approached me and they wanted to somehow like start like cloaking, like with electronic, like cloaking battleships on radar and shit like that, and Nikolai was basically like, yeah, that's just not an area I want to fucking go into.
I mean, obviously it's going to be hard to bring facts to that claim.
Is that the it says the Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah, well, tell us what that is, since we're all
okay. Well, so the Philadelphia experiment is an alleged military experiment supposed to have been carried out by the U.S. Navy at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States, sometime around October 28th, 1943. The U.S. Navy destroyer escort USS Eldridge was claimed to have been rendered invisible or cloaked to enemy devices. Now, let's see where Tesla comes into this.
Yeah, so
doesn't say anything about him.
Well, he never got involved with it because he.
And again, alleged.
All that movie with John Lithgow, was that the Philadelphia experiment?
That was a Manhattan Project.
Hanks.
Oh, the Manhattan experiment.
Or is that something different?
That one was Tom Hanks.
The Manhattan Transfer?
Philadelphia.
Who was the guy from Third Rock where he was like that one? He was like hanging out with that one kid that fucking made a nuclear bomb or something.
That was John Lithgow.
Okay, yeah. Was that the Manhattan Project or?
I'm working on it. I'm going back to
the Manhattan Project. Wasn't that the nickname for the bomb?
I forgot. It all fucking blends when you get older in age. Everything just blends.
Hiroshima.
Everything gets soupy.
Anyway, the reason why I brought this up is there's an article this year of August 10th. Okay,
the Manhattan Project.
Is that the bomb one?
A high school prodigy builds an atomic bomb with stolen plutonium to win the 45th National Science Fair and expose nuclear weapon labs, posing as the nuclear medicine in Ithaca, New York.
So the reason why I brought this up is an article came out on August 10th. Days ago, it said aliens will land on Earth tomorrow to start a war, says time traveler from 2714.
Nah.
Wow, that's a long time away.
It's not true.
No, he came. He's a time traveler
from 2714.
Yeah, and basically came here to tell us that aliens were landing tomorrow.
When actually tomorrow?
No, that would have been August 11th.
Oh, yeah. So in the past.
Now past.
None of that happened.
That would be cool if that was true, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But we
That's why I
don't live in
brought it
that
up.
kind of reality.
Right.
What, Green, just if a ship, let's just say nobody came, not a being came out of the ship. Let's just say an intergalactic drone flew over and came down and it was kind of hovering there. Everybody knows it's not from America. It's not David Blaine. It's literally this. We followed this thing. It passed the moon. It literally came in. There's clearly something out there. We don't just know what it is just yet because they're basically delivering packages like Amazon does now. What would be your first reaction? Would you start running around telling people, I fucking told you? Or
No.
would you
No.
start digging a
Unfortunately,
hole?
no. Unfortunately, it wouldn't because
Did you say
I
my
mean-
relatives are here? What?
no.
Start
Because
digging a
unfortunately, the world we live in and with the types of technology we have, that I still wouldn't fucking believe it. I live in a day and age where I can't even believe my own eyes.
You know what? You're very right.
And that's what's sad, and that's why I feel like I'm always walking around like I'm living in like bizarro world, like the Twilight Zone. Like I can't like even no matter what happens, even if Jesus came back, like I still wouldn't believe it because I'm like I'm living in a day and age where you know if you can go to a concert and see Jimi Hendrix playing on stage in a holograph type of thing. You know, I'm like, there's probably some better technology out there that we're not releasing to the public. You know, like back when they actually started working on television sets and color TVs was long before they seen the public ever seen it. So anything that happens from here on out, I can't believe my own eyes. I can't believe my own ears. And it's sad because I live in a world now where I think everything's a fucking lie.
So Julio says when they do come, it'll be nothing like in the movies, and our realizations as to our insignificance will render us as relevant to them as ants are to us.
Case in point, like I've gotten to the point in my life where like anytime there's a spider or an ant or whatever type of bug I find in the house, I made something that I can actually capture the bug and remove it, you know, and even though it might take me a minute, I do it because I don't think my life is any more important than that life. Now, I know that's fucking sad because I used to burn ants with a magnifying glass when I was a kid, but it got to the point where it's just like why aimlessly fucking kill you when I can fucking remove you, you know, but there are instances when like bees or I don't know if there's I think they were actually wasps started trying to nest between the siding of my house. And like, if I could talk to them and say, hey guys, you can't fucking stay here. You have to go, but I can't. So what I had to do is I had to go in and annihilate the fucking whole hive and kill everybody. You know, even though I'll take out a single ant out of my house, at this point, I'm fucking annihilating the whole hive. So when you think of a higher intelligent, and we happen to be someplace where they want to be or have control of, and they can just completely fucking knock us out. Like I can understand. It's like it's called life in the fucking jungle, man.
That's the whole premise of
rough. It's tough. It's
the
rough,
whole premise of Hitchhiker's
fair.
Guide to the
And
Galaxy.
it's not fucking fair.
Yeah.
We're just in the way of a hyperspace bypass.
Speaking of not fair, I suppose the next article comes in, and this has been kind of blowing up everywhere. Alligator attack, handler bitten on at the job at a zoo. Guest jumps in to save her.
I watched this.
What's that person's name?
Moses.
And was he Cajun?
And
here
we
could
go.
he eat up his weight in groceries?
Here we go.
Did he come from Tippecanoe, Louisiana?
Tippy toe.
Yep, that's him.
Internet videos. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to do something really quick. It's going to be kind of boring for 1 second, but then once he's in the water, we'll do more of the sheet. We'll look at one side. Start. Back. Start. Whoa.
Oh, bad move! Bad move! Bad move! Bad move!
I love how the high vis person just jumps right in.
Amos Moses was not your neighbor.
Oh Lord sakes! Oh Lord alive!
You are not Penna Moses.
Look at that.
The original trainer, the lady's really keeping her composure.
All those kids are fucked. You're scarred for life.
You hold this. Hold this.
Seriously, John Malkovich just kicking that thing's ass and just threw some chicken at the window.
Man,
Here's your goddamn chicken back.
John Malkovich is everywhere in this world.
I'm gonna beat this alligator's ass.
Just hold on. That lady, I can't even believe
Cool
how
as a
tall she is.
cucumber.
That dude asking her the questions about her name and shit like that to calm her down.
Hey, if I get you out of this, would you go out with me?
Draggy.
Yes, now what?
We are not. We we as humans think we're fucking badass. But
I
we
like
are
the guy in the green. The guy in the green shirt's just he wants to help.
Yeah.
He's trying to instruct him.
He's like, I wasn't expecting to get my shirt fucking wet.
Man, this is completely different than Texas Roadhouse,
Man,
isn't it?
you think it would already had a fucking tool just like
Sedated?
Amy!
Yeah, where's the person with the gun?
fucking shot? Where's the drinking line?
In West Valley,
You know he went back to his cage and was like, you're not going to believe what these fuckers did to me.
Are you talking about the guy that wrestled the alligator?
No, the alligator.
Yeah.
That dude walked right in. He's like, man, I don't have anything to lose. I don't even have hands to lose. If you really want to get down to brass tacks.
Oh no.
Joe Dirt.
Yep, exactly.
I want you to get the hell away from here. I want you to back off.
Oh man. But how crazy is that? And once again, Green, I think you've said it before. Like these animals, just like in your house, you can't
Reason with them.
You're not supposed to be doing this with animals, all right? And we got videos now. Like, do we really need to put animals in cages like that and prance them around? And I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I don't know.
I mean, especially with all our technology, and we can actually take these drones and all this incredible fucking cameras and shit. I don't really think that you actually need to bring the animals into like a fucking lockup to have other people look at it. You know what I'm saying?
You're always gonna have to have that.
I know.
You don't have to have it. The people elect to do that. Otherwise, nature would just take its course, and the fucking alligator would eat the girl, or the alligator would die in captivity, or the alligator would die somewhere else. If nobody was there to help rejuvenate it, to take care of it. If somebody finds
that's true.
An injured bird or an injured alligator, they bring it to the local
veterinary. I know. I actually, Rachel's friends. Her family's friends with somebody, and this person in the state of Michigan is licensed to have any animal on the fucking planet in her care. So when these people like get these exotic pets and stuff, and they're like, they're trying to bring them back to nature or whatever. They're brought to her first, and if they're hurt or they need to be like nursed back to health or whatever,
she acclimates them. Yeah.
But she has a license that like to own
only for
every
Earth.
animal, right? But there's only a select few people that have not only the knowledge, but the know-how, whatever to do stuff like that. But
to like milk a cat.
Yeah,
I got nipples.
If you can do that,
you gonna milk me, fucker?
I don't know. Do you think Elon Musk would give out certificates of people that can have any animal on the planet and also
As
Mars.
long as Elon Musk gets to,
Well,
to milk you.
Well, they're not. Like this person I know is not trying to just like, oh, hey, look at, I have this pet. They're just trying to like, hey, they were they were taken captive, by a human, and now I'm just trying to get it back in the wild, or something like that.
Of course, yeah.
That's what you want. That's the ultimate goal, is to get stuff back to the wild. You're not going to go grab. Nobody's got a pet wild boar.
Right.
The people that have pet alligators are from Florida, or, as evidenced in the video, not.
Do you
very
think there's
bright.
any species out there anywhere in the known universe that has a fucking pet human?
Ooh.
Uh,
I think Jeff Bezos has got a few 100,000 pet humans.
oh, Andy.
Oh.
Andy.
Oh, funny.
Oh, me.
Not funny.
All right. Last article. Once again, and I apologize, Andy. I haven't done one really specifically for you, but this next article was inspired by Zach Green. If I can just make my laptop
Please no.
Do it.
function for some reason. The headline is America's best restrooms to be chosen.
I had no
From
part in this.
Well, you are the cleaning guy.
I restore arcade games.
I hate plumbing.
Basically, the website goes through and details the 10 cleanest bathrooms in the United States. Green, you're a cleaner. That's your nickname, right? It's your handle.
Yeah, that's because I'm so good from taking arcade games from just a disrepair state of fucking fucked upness to bringing it back to somewhat of its former glory. But I'm not
So
cleaning
not to go to the bathroom in.
Well, sometimes there are, types of animal poop in the video games, or
Now, do you
human
try to,
bullshit. Even
when you
found
clean
a fucking
these video
dildo
games-
in a video game once.
What's the video game?
It was
pole
Space
position?
Space Duel.
We're not laughing at you. The whole pole position thing was great.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect name to find a dildo in, but it wasn't pole position.
Thank you for saying that. Now, when you are cleaning these and restoring these video games, do you do things in reverse? Like, do you take a mouse and then you just make the poop go back into him and just try to reverse the whole process? Or
This is how close we are. We use the exact same lacquer. We make the same mice from the same lineage that pooped in here before re-eat their poop.
Yeah.
He's not amused. He's definitely not amused.
Have you ever tried to clean up something that there's a mouse nest or a rat nest in with fucking not only the fucking poop or the pee?
I have 4 kids.
Most of the time we're like, oh, call the insurance adjuster. We're gonna have to fucking call in it. Yeah, this is totaled. This is totaled.
How big? Okay. Hold on. This is a horrible question.
You have to start thinking about like, how can we fucking seal this?
Hold on, Green.
In
Green.
the wood.
I have the question. I have the question for you.
All right.
You've cleaned animal feces out of a video game
Yes.
to restore it to its former glory.
Yes.
Where is it that the feces is too big?
What's the largest
Cat size? Cat
No,
size?
I mean,
What?
what are you willing? How big of a excrement are you willing?
When it comes to video games, now that they're up to like around
Yeah.
between $5,000 and $8,000, I'll clean out fucking elephant shit out of a fucking game. God damn.
elephant diarrhea?
Dude, there's this jukebox I was working on this one time, and it came from a speakeasy. And I keep telling myself it was just a chicken bone. It was just a chicken bone, a fucking drumstick bone. But like, I'm thinking, man, that kind of looks like a fucking finger.
It's a phalange. It's a fucking phalange.
I don't know.
I mean,
We had our neighbor found bones in his crawl space a couple of weeks ago. We had
Did
the
you-
sheriff
wait,
out
hold
here.
on.
And everything.
Did you make some broth with it to find out?
No, I don't know. No, the hazmat suit gets put on, and it's just like, get rid of that fucking shit as fast as possible.
I can't imagine how many layers.
But here's the thing,
Spirit.
like, you know, make fun of me with video games,
Not
you know,
making
with
fun of
cleaning
you.
out shit and piss. But I had a friend who was dating this chick, and she was living in her grandfather's condo, and he died in it, and he died in the bedroom, in the bed, and he wasn't found for like, it was like 2 months, 3 months. It was a long period of time. He liquefied, went through the mattress, through the floorboards, into the joists in the fucking floorboards.
He juiced.
You know, and so anyways, yeah, exactly. So I remember one day I was over there hanging out with him and stuff. He was like, "Yeah, hey, Green, take a look at this." And we went downstairs. He's like, "Look at this," and it was like all there was a section of the floor of the joist that were stained. He's like, "Yeah, that's my girlfriend's grandfather." He liquefied, fucking seeped into the floorboards. And what they do, there's a company that comes, and what they do is I don't know what they spray, but it's almost like that the Phoenix guitar that are restored, that it was a 2-part epoxy, but it seals the smell and all that shit into the wood.
It's like kills.
But like what normally they sealed it, no smell or anything, and then it's left up to the homeowner to cover it up with paint. But like his girlfriend never covered it up with paint.
Why would you do
because
that?
whatever they spray is clear, so you could still see the stain.
You didn't even have to pay for a gravesite. You can just go down into the basement.
Exactly.
Say hi to Grandpa.
Dude, that was fucking weird to see that. That was fucking weird.
So it could be any part of the body too. Do you think that it might resemble tongue oil?
I don't know. I remember this one guy I used to move video games with. He used to work a maintenance guy at a hotel / motel apartments downtown, the old Leland building. And some guy died on the toilet, and they found him 2 weeks later. And when they went to move him, like
they just flushed him.
Like his toes and fingertips fucking blew out, and like all this fucking liquid started coming out. And he's like, "Dude, it was the weirdest fucking thing. We just fucking moved him an inch, and all of a sudden his fucking fingertips blow out, and there's fucking liquid coming out." And any company that does that, like when they come in and they clean up that and they start cutting out like parts of the floor, the fucking replay, the utmost fucking respect.
Yeah, right? No, I couldn't.
Hazardous waste or something?
I don't know. There's companies that fucking do that, and I don't know how they do that, but god damn it, props to them.
I think you could do that, Green.
Oh my god.
I can do mouse shit, but you know, and maybe
An elephant.
cat.
We should have
on some of the video games that went up to $8,000. I'll take a fucking big clump of elephant dung, but I mean anything outside of that, man, I don't.
I'll wear like a Cossack's hat,
dude. That's why I never got into like the EMS fucking medical type of fucking fields, because I just can't fucking deal with that, man.
So my question is if we could get a nurse on here that has seen some crazy shit, do you think that would be okay?
Of course,
sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Oh.
No,
you, Julio.
What? I missed that. What did he say?
Something about. Yep, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's biology for you, everybody. That's the parts they don't show you on TV.
Yeah.
And that, I think I told this story on this podcast before. Like the same building, the Leland building downtown that my friend like lived in and stuff like that. Down at the main level was like a Coney Island that his girlfriend worked at, and somebody died in the car. Right, and you know, if you think of like, you know, the ground level, this restaurant, there was a lot of picture windows, and there was a guy, you know, sitting in the car, and like after like 8 hours, like, something's not right. So they called authorities. They're like, "Oh, yep, the guy's dead." It took the city of Detroit 2 days before, and it was everybody was passing the buck like, "It's not my job, not my job." So some tow truck driver fucking hooked up the car, dragged the car to the rear alley of the building, and then dumped it. And then it took like another 4 days before they fucking removed it. You know. I mean, Button, this is in the middle of the summer. Can you imagine how bad
The hot
that
box was.
scene inside the car was that had stalled out with the windows up?
And as long as you can get
You know, and then
$8,000
like,
for it, you could probably
talk
clean it
about
out.
an exploding human.
That's so gross.
I'm gonna have weird fucking dreams tonight.
Yeah, and again, we just want to thank everybody
fuck.
that listens to the show.
From aliens to exploding human bodies and heat.
All
In
right.
heat.
So, yeah.
Both ways.
So next week we're gonna have our show's gonna be on Monday, and we should be having a young lady named Nicole. She is a judge here in town. If the stars should align, we're gonna have a municipal judge here to kind of go through her experiences. Should be really cool. It isn't 100% set in stone, but it looks like next Monday she's gonna come on. So I'm really excited about that. As are we. Oh boy, Alan says we should get a liquefied human cleanup person on the show.
Mhm.
If you know,
That's their professional title.
if you know anybody that has the job title of liquefied human cleanup person, send them our way.
With our condolences.
And even if somebody works in the embalming field, let's we want to hear from you. Other than that, that's our show for this week, folks. Once again, faster than I don't know.
Go ahead and make a joke. It's fine.
No, I've stopped myself.
Faster than loose sass.
Twice as fast as loose ass's ass.
Hey, which reminds me, that car that your dad used to own at the end of my street, it's gone.
It's
Oh,
gone.
I told you. Okay.
We've already talked
Yeah.
about this. Yeah.
Your dad probably bought it back. He didn't
Nope.
tell you about it. He's gonna
Mm-mm.
surprise you. He's gonna surprise
Oh.
your son with it.
He's gonna leave it on his fucking front yard. Surprise, asshole! Here's a couple of car parts.
So, on behalf of Zach Green and Andy and myself, thank you guys. We'll see you next Monday. Have a great week. And you guys have anything to say before we sign off here?
Fist it.
Spank
Fist it
that
real
like-
good.
Spank that like button.
Fist that like button.
Doesn't do anything.
He's supposed